Hello, Lindsay. Welcome back to our second counseling session. Are you doing okay today?
I am. I'm doing great.
Good. On our last counseling session, we left off. We were discussing your what you get from your relationships with the morbidly obese
Mm-hmm.
older gentleman in your life.
Correct.
And what we established is that these relationships fulfill a need for you to be of service. In my last question, where we left off, it was how you could meet that need other than be involved in in the men with these qualities. Have you thought about that over the last week?
I have. I think that I went ahead. The guy I was with, I broke up with him, and kind of that standby relationship I terminated that. So I had nothing to do. So I started volunteering at animal control. And the cats in the cages and the dogs are in the cages, and so you're back to the world of poop and pee.
Yes.
So, that doesn't bother me. But
Right.
being able to give them a better living environment and kind of building relationships with the animals.
Right.
So I liked that.
Good.
Yeah.
And so, how do you feel today about that?
Well, good. Good. I don't know what to do with all this free time. Because instead of, just watching TV with someone, for hours and hours, now I don't have that. So I got a lot of extra time.
Extra time that you were given to your spouses.
Correct.
And so this extra time can now be reallocated to you.
Yeah.
So you have all different options to do things and to take care of what business that you need to take care of now. So instead of looking at the situation as the glass half empty, the glass could be half full.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right. And not only looking at it as the glass half full, but also what would you do if the glass was half empty? What would that space that is not being taken up by the substance in the glass, what could you do with that other space? I think that's the time that we're kind of talking about. What could you do with this time?
Yeah, I think before I got real thick into these relationships, I was an RN, so I think I'm gonna go back to nursing. So yeah, I could get a job.
You could get a job in nursing,
job.
taking care of older people. So that would definitely fulfill that need to be of service, and especially to a older population. Correct.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I think I'm gonna go do the nursing, get a job, so I could spend my time doing applications and searching for jobs. I really don't know how to explain the gap of employment. So, I got bit by the love bug.
Right.
So I don't know how to fix that, but
What happens if you get bit by the love bug again?
well,
Because we said last week that you jump into one relationship after another.
Yeah.
So that's great that you're refraining from just jumping into another relationship, but our past behavior is a good predictor of our future behavior. So there may be something that triggers you into jumping on that website again
Right.
and finding your next person who causes you some kind of friction with your family. So what happens? What would trigger you to jump online in the first place?
What would trigger me to jump online? I think ultimately it's because I'm gonna get bored. But there is this guy in my church who's younger and not obese.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's almost 50. But that's a lot better than what I was doing. But I think I'm gonna wait and like do it the right way and try to do proper dates, like instead of just hanging out at the house and
Right.
you know, like go out and date and do meet his kids. And so his kids will respond a lot better to me, I think, than my past partners, their kids, because their kids were all older than me.
Right.
You know?
Your peers, basically.
So, yeah. And the grandchildren were actually my peers.
Right.
So this actually, I mean, this guy, like that age range, I'm more of like a mother role, where I get to actually be like a proper caretaker.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you said you would get bored, and that may trigger you to jump online and kind of lapse back into the old dating pool, which it seems that you're communicating you're trying to avoid at this point. So maybe making a schedule, would making a schedule be something that could probably keep your time structured?
Absolutely. And so that way at least I know that if one activity, you know, even though that activity might have been done, I know that block is going to end, and then I can start the new activity in like 30 minutes or whatever. So that's a good plan.
Good. Good. So let's work on that. Let's work on scheduling out your day so that there is something to do at all times. Even and maybe keeping an internet log on what sites you go to and what sites you need to avoid. Just holding yourself accountable. Accountability is an important aspect of treatment when you're trying to avoid a certain behavior or change the way that you think. And I think that you're on a good path, and I think that you should be very proud of yourself because you're making strides and understanding that your behavior is connected to the way that you think and feel. Good. Is there anything else you would want to talk about today?
How much time do we have left in the session?
Oh, we have all the time we need. But I just want to make sure that you cover everything that you came into the session and want to cover. We haven't talked about your parents and how they feel about this abstinence that you are experiencing in your life at this point. How do they feel about you being single?
They're really excited. I think they're a little concerned that I might go back into substance use. But I think they view that as worth it to get me away from that lifestyle I was in.
Okay. So the scheduling will help with that too. Keeping yourself busy and occupied. Have you confronted them on the stress that you feel?
Oh no. No. They're real chaotic and real disorganized. So me trying to talk to them about their behavior, that would never work out.
Would never work out. What would workout look like to you? Like it working out? What was that look like?
Like a mutual exchange of ideas, where they then change or kind of monitor their behavior in that area with me. That so they don't go overboard on things. They don't kind of emotionally blackmail me into doing things. That's what I think working out is.
Okay. Our worldview has a lot. It has a lot to do with the way we see things. And we talked at the last session that you know that your parents love you and want the best for you. So viewing their actions as blacking out or blackmail
Yeah.
or some kind of intense negative interaction. If we could look at it as my parents showing love and support to me, would that then change the way that you behave and interact with them?
Well, I think I would have to tolerate a lot more. Because then instead of looking at the negativity, I was just going to have to take it, because then they would be doing everything out of love, so I should be thankful for it.
And how would you feel about that if you were to think of it in that manner?
Well, it would be a little rough because I think that there would be a lot of loss of assertiveness, you know. So I think I would get frustrated, you know, because I wouldn't be able to communicate my frustration with them, because I should be looking at it like it's love and guidance.
Right, and I think that it would decrease your level of frustration and irritation. So you wouldn't have to disregard it. It would probably not be there.
Okay.
So that's something that we can work on in the future and try. Remember last session I did give you some homework about making I statements. I feel blank when you do blank.
Okay.
Did you complete that
I
assignment?
did.
You did. Did you bring it with you today?
I did not. I didn't. But I did get it all done.
Okay. Well, I see you working in treatment. However, you didn't bring the assignment.
Right.
So there may be a level of not taking treatment very
Oh no. Now see, I went on my own. I got cognitive intervention reports off the internet, and I brought those for you to look at. So, no, I'm taking this very seriously. What happened? What happened?
Fuck you. That was good for you to come from me. Oh my goodness. Why do you do that at the end?
We're good. Look, I kind of look like I have like a model complexion.
Yeah, okay, I wish we could splice.